Hello, superheroes and supervillains. It's your friend Sean PVS 101. Well, guys, my Spider-Man movie review series is coming to a close, leading up to No Way Home. In today's movie review, during my last Spider-Man movie review series leading up to No Way Home, today's movie review I'm going to review Spider-Man Far From Home. Yes, I'm going to review on Spider-Man Far From Home. This is the second installment of the Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy, and this movie is directed once again by John Watts, and this movie stars Tom Holland as Peter Parker / Spider-Man once again, Zoe Zaza as MJ, Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio / Quentin Beck, and Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury. Also, so the plot for Spider-Man Far From Home during the MCU world, it takes place right after Avengers Endgame left off, when Tony Stark sacrificed himself during Thanos from the climax of Avengers Endgame. This movie, Peter Parker is going on a school field trip with his friends, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, during the scene of Italy, they attacked by this water monster, but then Spider-Man has to, don't want to be Spider-Man anymore. He has to be with his friends, but then there's a new random hero named Mysterio / Quentin Beck, played by Jake Gyllenhaal. And then while Spider-Man is curious about this new character, and then suddenly he finally met Samuel Jackson, played by Nick Fury, during the MCU film series. And then while Nick Fury is taking Peter Parker for a new mission, he met Quentin Beck, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, and then he had to explain about where these terminals come from. Then Quentin Beck came from Earth 99, and that was up with Spider-Man trying to save the day from those internals, while Jake Gyllenhaal is trying to become the villain. And that's a plot for Spider-Man Far From Home. So, after I watched this movie during my Spider-Man movie marathon leading up to No Way Home, what's my opinion on this movie? In my personal opinion, after I watched Far From Home, I love this movie so much. I really love Spider-Man Far From Home. I love this movie a lot more than Homecoming, because this movie is an amazing follow-up from that movie, because I love this movie so much. It is clever, creative, action-packed, funny, hilarious, and especially a bit emotional, because after this amazing triumph movie after Endgame, but this movie came out in 2019, the same year as Avengers Endgame, which is an amazing film, by the way. So yeah, I love Far From Home. It is a great follow-up from Homecoming. So yeah, let's talk about the story. So the story for this movie, I love the story. I love Peter Parker is going on a school trip to Europe, while he don't want to show his identity to his friends, but he has to go on a secret mission along with a new character named Quentin Beck to fight those interdimensional monsters. But then suddenly, during the second half through third act, Quentin Beck becomes the main villain, called Mysterio, which is awesome. So yeah, I love the storytelling from this movie. It is clever, creative, funny, hilarious, and emotional, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm so happy the director of Homecoming, John Watts, knocked out of park again. Also, the visual effects. I love the visual effects. They're very awesome, in my opinion. I love the character designs. The costumes are awesome. I love the new suits from Spider-Man, like the stealth suit from the lava monster fight, and also the new upgraded suit from the climax, and also the amazing, awesome costume look from Mysterio. He looks awesome, in my opinion. Also, the backgrounds. I love the backgrounds and new areas from this movie, because This is the first Spider-Man movie to not be in New York City. This movie's in Europe now. I love the Europe locations from Rome, Italy, Prague, Germany, and also London in the climax. So yeah, I love the new areas from this movie instead of New York City. Also, the characters, also the action scenes are freaking awesome. I love the action a lot more than Homecoming, like the water monster battle, the lava monster battle from the Prague Festival, and especially Peter Parker versus Spider-Man from the illusion scene and the climax in London Bridge. So yeah, I love this. I love the action. Also, the characters, once again, are very lovable from Homecoming. Let's talk about the main lead, Peter Parker / Spider-Man, played by, once again, by Tom Holland. Like I said, he is now my favorite live-action Spider-Man yet. I love Tom Holland as Peter Parker once again. I love his character in this movie. I just really love him when he's trying to hide his identity to his friends and the whole world because he don't want to show his identity until the post-credit scene. So yeah, I love Tom Holland as Peter Parker / Spider-Man. He knocked out of the park again. Also, Zoe Saldana as MJ. Once again, best version of MJ ever. Better than Kirsten Dunst. Also, his best friend Ned. I love Ned so much. He's a funny, likable character. Also, I love Brandy Ben. I love Brandy Ben in this MCU version than the Sam Raimi version. Also, Flash Thompson. I love Flash Thompson because Flash Thompson's in Spider-Man Homecoming. In this movie, he was a lot more funny. Unlike Flash Thompson in the other Spider-Man movies, like when instead of a punching bully, like in the Sam Raimi movie and the main Spider-Man, in the MCU Flash Thompson, he is trying to pick on Parker, calling him names instead of punching him. I love Flash Thompson in this movie. He is funny and hilarious. Also, Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury once again. I love Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury. He is awesome, funny, and hilarious in this movie. He is awesome. Also, let's talk about the best part of this movie. Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. Wow. Just wow. I love Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio, as aka Quentin Beck. He is by far the best part of this movie. I love his iconic design from the comics. He looks so amazing in movie form and badass. I love his performance, and the action scenes are awesome, including the climax, and especially I love his iconic theme song. So yeah, I love this movie so much. It is an amazing movie. Also, I really love during the scene I really love this movie so much. Also, I love some moments like the Rome, Italy battle with the Hydro Man and Spider-Man and Mysterio in the Prague Festival with the lava monster and Spider-Man and Peter Parker while trying to save Brandy Ben and Ned from the Ferris wheel, and especially the bus scene when he tried those new Edith glasses. Speaking of which, guess what I have? You guys gotta love it. Be right back fast. Guess what? Speaking of Edith glasses, I got those Edith glasses on Amazon. How cool is that? So yeah, which I'm not gonna use my drones on this. Well, so yeah, I love the bus scene when he trying to save Peter, the kid from the bus. Forgot his name, but I love the bus scene. So yeah, overall, I really love Spider-Man Far From Home. This movie is a step up. This movie is a great follow-up after Homecoming, which is awesome. I really love Far From Home. This movie was awesome. Also, my favorite part from Far From Home is the end post-credit scene. My favorite part from Far From Home is hands down the post-credit scene when Peter Parker is shocked on the news when Mysterio reveals his identity. When Mysterio says Spider-Man's real name is Peter Parker. When Peter Parker is shocked to see his identity on the news, he said, "What the f-?" So yeah, I love this scene. My favorite part from this movie. Also, speaking of which, we're getting that opening scene from Far From No Way Home, because the opening scene of this movie is going to pick up where we left off. So yeah, I can't wait for this movie. So yeah, overall guys, no negatives. I love Far From Home. Is a step up after this movie is a great follow-up after Homecoming, with great writing, lovable characters, amazing visuals, and awesome action. So yeah, overall, I give this movie a 10 out of 10. It gets a totally wicked score. Well guys, my Spider-Man movie review series has come to a close. I'm going to see Spider-Man No Way Home right now. I can't wait to get my ticket ready and go see this amazing movie soon. Hope this movie be spectacular as those films. And get totally wicked!